Just 2 days after seeing an NSX spied on the streets that could be a high performance model, well, now we have confirmation. And I did not expect this. This was a complete surprise for me. Acura did not share this information on this new special edition NSX. Also, last edition NSX. We're going to talk about this in depth today. It has not been shared privately that I know of to any press. So here I am caught blindsided by this Type S. I thought it was just going to be a refresh of the NSX, but no, this is a farewell, a sending off edition of the NSX as we know it. And I'm reading this, guys, the first time with you. So we'll get into everything you see on this press release, and we'll also watch the video. And heading back to the press release, limited run Acura NSX Type S to debut at Monterey Car Week, which I was just in Monterey essentially to test drive the TLX Type S at Laguna Seca. That was amazing. But they're celebrating Supercar's final model year, and I couldn't believe it. I'm like, wait, honestly, the NSX, it came out in 2016, I believe it's a 2017 model year, and it's already being discontinued. I mean, sales haven't been great on it, and the NSX has always been a model to kind of show the direction of where the brand's going. The brand isn't going this route anymore, it doesn't seem like. Who knows if hybrids are going to be a part of the future of Acura. We know electric cars are going to be, and we'll talk about my hypothesis about the next type or the next NSX, but let's talk about this Type S today. Limited to just 350 units worldwide, and the majority of these units are sold here stateside. We're heading over to Car Figures just briefly to catch ourselves on yearly sales here in the United States of the the NSX, and 270 at the most. It was 580, so it gets a few hundred sales per year here in the United States. So really this limited edition is going to cover and saturate the entire US market. So anyone who wants one, you would think, would be able to get one of these here in the United States for this last model year. 2022 is the last model year of the second generation NSX. And this Type S is of course going to raise the bar in terms of performance and should look cooler too. With an even higher performance envelope and a more emotional driving experience, the 2022 NSX Type S will join highly collectible NSX variants like the 1999 NSX Zanardi, which if we go over to the drive, the Zanardi, oh my gosh, it's such a beautiful car that, oh, so delicious. One of 51 of the Acura NSX Zanardi editions for sale. And this was back in April 2020. And the last Zanardi edition sold for $126,000. What will this 2022 Acura NSX Special Edition sell for? Well, it's not as exclusive. It's going to sell for more than $126,000 because the base price of the non-Type S is like $150,000+. So I'm expecting this to sell for, I don't know, $170,000, $180,000. That's just my guess. And if you guys are in the West Coast, you can head to the Monterey Car Week, August 12th, to see this with your naked eyes. So we're expecting more power, quicker acceleration, sharper handling, with a more emotional driving experience. I'm expecting maybe over 600 horsepower. 650 would be amazing. I've heard it's not that hard to do on an NSX to get to 650 horsepower. And who knows what kind of additional electrification we might see. I mean, it's kind of predictable what can be seen on the twin turbo V6, but not so predictable on what they could do with electrification. Now 300, here we go. Remember, I said this is the first time I'm reading this. So 300 of the 350 units are going to be offered here in the United States. And this is the first time an NSX Type S has been sold outside of Japan. And if you want to pre-order your car, you can go to acura.com/Type S. Where does that take me? Takes me to here. Okay. Oh, and they have a Type S landing page. Whoa, super cool. There's the badge. Oh my gosh, I'm nerding out really hard right now, guys. Okay, the rest is pretty much the TLX Type S, and then here's the MDX Type S. What is it? What if we click here? Okay, it just zooms us down to the bottom. We don't have a ton of information on the MDX Type S. Of course, we know the engine, the powertrain, It's going to be exactly the same as the TLX Type S, but yeah, I was expecting more information on the MDX Type S by this late in summer. But definitely stay tuned for the channel. Make sure to subscribe because I will get my hands on this MDX Type S, and maybe fingers crossed Acura has a limited edition NSX Type S to send to reviewers. That would be amazing. Put me on that list, Acura, if you're listening. And while the NSX is celebrating its final year production, Acura will continue to pursue sports cars in the electrified era. So the NSX as we know it is dead. Naturally aspirated first gen is dead. The hybrid second generation with this Type S is essentially a dead car. But they're saying they're going to continue sports cars development in the electrified era. So I'm expecting the next NSX to be fully electric. But let's keep reading. Acura is a performance brand and company of enthusiasts, will continue to move forward, actively investigating what the next generation of sports cars should be in an electrified era, said John Ikeda, which I had dinner with at the TLX Type S event in Carmel Valley, California. I pretty much had a 2-hour interview. It felt like he's like this super cool dude, amazing guy, funny, so knowledgeable. He's been in the industry a long time, and I was just like throwing rapid fire questions, and he would answer them so well. Anyways, amazing dude. He's just a really, really relatable guy. We're talking about families half the time, so yeah, fun dude. But yes, I'm happy that Acura is in his hands because he's got imagination, he's got passion, and he's got a lot of experience to take this brand to that next level. And yeah, the fact that we have a Type S of the NSX is thanks to him. And looking back at the second generation NSX, it was the first supercar to utilize 3 electric motors to enhance all aspects of the driving experience. NSX introduced multiple industry firsts, including the use of ablation casting and the supercar's multi-material space frame, as well as the world's first and only production 9-speed dual clutch DCT for a passenger automobile. And they also were one of the first with true torque vectoring with electric motors. So they talked about its awards in different magazines and its accolades on the racetrack with the GT3 and all of its wins in the hill climb as well at Pikes Peak. NSX has played a critical role in reestablishing Acura's performance brand and the return of Type S, said Emily, I could be butchering that, Corcor, Assistant Vice President, Acura National Sales. We've seen tremendous enthusiasm in the market, and we're not done yet. There's more to come as Type S becomes a pinnacle expression of performance across the Acura lineup. So the next ILX or ILX replacement will have a Type S. The next RDX, that won't come for a while since the new one just came out in 2019 or somewhere around there, maybe 2018. So we won't see that one till mid 2020s for a Type S Acura RDX. But the ILX should launch or come close to launching within that first calendar year that it's out. It will have a Type S. So scrolling down memory lane, we talked about the 1999 NSX Zanardi edition with just 51 produced. The JDM NSX-R, which 483 were produced from 92 to 95. There's the NSX Type S, the first one, with 209 units built between 97 and 01, and the NSX S0, 30 between 97 and 01. To date, second generation NSX sales total more than 1,500 units in the US and over 2,500 globally. More information on the limited production 22 NSX Type S, including full photography, specs, pricing, will be available at acura.com/NSX beginning August 12th. So if you're not going to Monterey Car Week, which most of us are not going, make sure you stop back to the channel, guys, because I'll either be doing a live stream or bring you some amazing, timely footage and car coverage of this NSX Type S. I'm so excited. It's hard for my words to get out because I really wasn't expecting this. I was expecting a refresh. Instead, we got the cancellation, but it's going out in glory. It reminds me of like Theoden riding into battle at, Minas Tirith when everything looks bleak. And it's just like, here's the NSX, one last attempt. Like, give it your all. And here's the Type S NSX. I did not expect this. And I'm just really, really happy that Acura continues to stick to their identity, which is a performance premium brand. Now, this is what the NSX is underneath everything. This is a powertrain, and it has 573 horsepower. That's going to be bumped up to over 600 horsepower, I'm expecting. I mean, time will tell. August 12th, which is what, I don't know, 10 days away from now. That's it, a week and a half. And the twin turbo V6, there it is. I mean, you have dual electric motors up here. So the NSX Type S, it's exciting. Definitely stay tuned, but I want to talk about the future of NSX as well. And I think Acura will continue to bring NSXs to the market. The demand for electric vehicles has changed. You know, when they were designing this NSX, they probably thought that hybrid vehicles would be the future, which I still think they are. But I think Honda, especially out of the Japanese brands, with their commitment to electrification, maybe a little bit quicker than Toyota and Nissan, for example. I do think that the next NSX will be fully electric, more of a Porsche Taycan fighter. That's what I'm expecting. It's going to be mid-engine looking, I would expect. I mean, it would be kind of heresy for them to come out with a crossover NSX Type S or something like that. But I'm expecting that sports car mid-engine design that we come to know and love about the NSX, and that is unique to the Japanese sports cars. I mean, other than the MR2, I'm sure there's some other mid-engine Japanese sports cars out there, but the NSX is the king in terms of Japanese mid-engine performance. So guys, I'll see you down below. Are you excited? That is such a mouthful. NSX Type S. It's easier to say NSX Type S than Type S and X. I can't do it. Anyways, guys, I'll see you down below. We'll have a lot to talk about. The future's bright for Acura. The second generation NSX, I never had a chance to drive it, so hopefully that changes. But it's been met with mixed accolades. I mean, it's an amazing car, but it's just really, 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 really expensive. And it's a tough pill to swallow for the original NSX lovers out there. But guys, I'm going to end it there. Exciting times for Acura. Type S is everywhere. Heck yeah. Performance is back. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.